Hi guys, it's Guidance with Compassion here. So thank you for checking out the channel. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy the readings that I do here on this channel, please like them, please share them, and also subscribe to the channel so that you're notified about new readings I do on the channel. Also remember to smash the notification bell so that you are notified when I upload new readings. Also, these are general readings, so if the message doesn't resonate, it may do in the next reading. Also, you can watch for your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, or your Venus. It's totally up to you. Thank you again for checking out the channel. Hi guys, it's Guidance with Compassion here with another reading. So today I'm reading for the sign of Sagittarius. We're doing a general love reading for the month of August. So let's get straight into it. Cards already come out. Seven of Swords Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Spirit, please give me an oracle card of further messages that Sagittarius need to hear in regards to their love life. Okay, two's popped up for you. I'm going to take them. Spirit, please give me one more oracle card. Yes. Okay, bottom of the deck. Oh, we did have these cards before for Leo when I did Leo's reading. So it could be that you're dealing with a Leo Sagittarius. Let me know in the comments. So in your current position, you have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords talks about mental clarity, intellectual power, authority, and truth. So it could be Sagittarius, in your current position, you're very clear. You know what you want. You know what you desire. You're not settling for less. You know, there's always going to be some level of compromise in a relationship, but you know what you require, what you want. And if someone isn't matching that energy, then, you know, you're not going any further. You're not pursuing any further, you know. You're just not giving it any chance, basically. Which I can see now with the Two of Cups as the obstacle. So the Two of Cups talks about being in alignment, being in equal measure, you know, people give and take, people putting in the same amount of effort. No one's taking from anyone. You're both reciprocal. You both give the same effort. So I can see why that can be an obstacle, because if you are a current position King of Swords Sagittarius, it seems like maybe you have quite a high list of expectations. You know, the king has the sword here in his hand, the Ace of Swords, the swords of truth. So if you discern that someone is not giving you what you want, they're not being honest, you're cutting them straight out. Which is nothing wrong with that, but it's quite a tight rope to walk. You know, we are all human. The King of Swords can be quite logical, quite discerning, but he doesn't have a lot of emotion, the King of Swords. You know, he's just very direct, cut and blunt. You know, if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, he's not trusting that you will do it the next time. You know, he's not a King of Cups. I don't think there's much understanding with the King of Swords. It's very, this is what you said, you didn't do it, so I'm moving on. You know, it could be that you're used to having people, maybe giving people the benefit of the doubt, seeing that they have potential and thinking, you know what, I'm going to give them a chance. But you've had too many times where this hasn't gone the way you wanted, You've been embarrassed, you've been let down, and now you're going the other way of like, okay, I'm not giving any chances. If someone says they're going to do something and they don't follow through with it and do what they said, and there's not a good enough reason, I'm cutting them off. I'm not hearing any excuses. I'm just moving on my way. And I think that's kind of the opposite of the scale, Sagittarius. I think, I see this to be fair card, the bottom of the deck, Libra energy. I think there's some balance required, because people do make mistakes and people are not perfect, including yourself. So if someone, says that they're going to do something and they don't give them a hard time. Hear what they have to say. Use your discernment, King of Swords energy. But, not everyone has ill intentions. Not everyone's out to get you. On the whole, people are not evil. And it could be just that, life happens. Things happen out of the blue. Things come that are unexpected. And because this is, if you're in the early stages of dating, they're not going to prioritize you over maybe something that's happened with family, with friends that they've known much longer than you. That will take their attention. Until they build a big enough rapport with you, trust with you, then it's going to take some time before you become a priority to them. And vice versa, that should be the case. No one just meets anybody and decides, yes, I'm throwing everybody away that I've met, and this, I'm going to solely focus on this person because I believe that, they're the one. Even if they are the one, you have to learn to get to know them, learn their patterns of behavior, learn what makes them tick. Get to know them, get to know their background, get to know their history. And then, are they even compatible with you? Do you have the same goals, same ambitions? What is it you want out of life? Is this something that is compatible with them? I was getting a similar sort of message for Leo. So it seems like this may be a repeating message for maybe the fire signs or the signs in general this month in August. We've got mirroring energy here with connection and the Two of Cups. You can see the harmony between the two people in both cards. They're surrounded in the connection card by music. There's romance. It's got like a holiday vibe to it. So I don't know if this is someone that you meet on holiday, Sagittarius, because we've got a holiday background here. Could be someone that you're not expecting to meet. Current position, you're in your King of Swords energy. You've kind of maybe cut a lot of people out of your time, space, and energy. And you're maybe perhaps focusing on you. And then out of the blue comes a counterpart. You have a great connection. You're in alignment. You feel like both people are on the same page. You're both on the same page. There's love and warmth here. So we have the Page of Cups here as the advice. So the Page of Cups talks about creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity and possibility. So Spirit is basically saying to you, Sagittarius, give this a try. Give this a chance. I know perhaps in the past that you felt, you were giving people chances and they just didn't follow through. You were disappointed. You were hurt. It caused you heartbreak, knowing that you gave this person so much of your time and every opportunity, and they still hurt you. But Spirit is saying, give this person a chance. Get to know them. Don't overgive, don't overshare. Just take small steps at a time. Think about every date you go on. Learn a bit more about them. You get more information, and this will help you decide, okay, we'll take another step. We're not running to the finish line in a relationship. It's progress. It's a marathon. Every course, you learn something new. Also with the Page of Cups, it talks about intuitive messages, and we've got underneath higher power. So if you have any concerns, Sagittarius, I would say take it up with Spirit. Ask Spirit, is this someone I should give a chance to? Is this the right person for me? What should I do? Ask Spirit for help and assistance, Sagittarius. You're not on your own. Oftentimes people, I think, feel that Spirit is around and they should just step in. Although sometimes that can be true, I think perhaps, as a form of protection. But on the whole, Spirit likes to be needed and asked for. So if you need help, you need guidance, ask Spirit for help. Say, what do I do in this situation? Should I take a step forward? Should I give up now? And Spirit will tell you. Ask Spirit to show you. Say, can you tell me in a clear form of communication? Show me a sign. And Spirit will step in. We've also got the 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The 7 of Wands talks about challenge, competition, protection, and perseverance. So I think here with the 7 of Wands, this can be a challenge for you, Sagittarius. Perhaps you thought that, when you meet the right person, they will present to you all the perfect answers, and then you'll know. You'll be right away, okay, this is the person. But this is not always the case. Sometimes, we hear the phrase, when you meet someone and it's the right person for you, you know. But you have to decipher more about this person. Get to know where they've come from, We've all gone on our own journey. We've all experienced our own heartbreak and joys, and we all have our own stories. So getting to know someone before you're fully invested is the right approach, I think. I think this is kind of the repeating message here, that, take your time to learn about somebody else. Get to know them. I think sometimes, especially from a young age, when we think about love and fairy tales, it's all very quick and instantaneous, but that to me is a recipe for disaster, and it's not always the way. You don't really know someone in 5 minutes or in one date. You don't know everything about them, and if you did, I think I'd be feeling a warning sign going off in my mind about that if they just told you everything in one date. You can't possibly know everything about someone in one date. And I'd be dubious if they were gaslighting with that kind of energy just to, tell you everything. People don't tell everybody everything in the first instance. It's a slow and gradual approach. You build trust, you build rapport, then they will open up a bit more. Obviously, you don't want someone who's super resistant to opening up. You need to know that this person has the energy of being open. They're open to love. They're open to connection. They're open to a relationship. A long-term one if that's what you're after. You must lay your cards on the table and in the first respect and say, this is what I'm looking for. And often people are afraid to do that because they think, oh, that'll scare them away. Well, maybe that person isn't the right person for you if it scares them away. The right person for you will think, oh, okay, they've said what they want. It's similar to what I want. So let's continue. Let me hear more about you. And you'll grow and share together. I think you can't pass by what's for you, Sagittarius. So that's a risk. That's a challenge that you're going to have to take on. Also, Seven of Wands talks about perseverance. You have to keep going. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. But that also talks about, if you have met someone that you like and you think, yeah, I see potential with this person. Don't think at the first hurdle, okay, they're not right for me. I was wrong. I'm walking away. I've got to start again. Obviously, if it's a major red flag, then yes, okay, leave them where they are and go on to the next person. But if it's just, you're not compatible in maybe one small area, you have a difference of opinion, these are things that are resolvable. These are things that could be worked out, worked through. And I'd say with the Seven of Wands, keep going, because no one of us are perfect. And I don't think you actually want to have a counterpart which is the exact double of you. You don't want someone who likes exactly the same things you like, has the exact same opinions that you have, has the exact same life that you have. That would be pretty boring. You don't want to date yourself, do you? You don't want to be married to yourself. You want a difference. You want some conflict sometimes, someone to push your button sometimes, a little back and forth. So I would say if there's anything that's created a small doubt in your head, Sagittarius, with this person, perhaps talk it through with them. Raise your concerns. Put things on the table. Be honest. Be direct. King of Swords. And hear what the other person has to say. Open communication. Oftentimes we often think things, but we don't express them to our partners. And that kind of creates a relationship in silo, a connection in silo. You're not fully talking to each other. And I understand this can be a challenge to do. But I think once you get into the swing of doing it repeatedly, it will become second nature and it will be much easier for you, Sagittarius, to express. So let's talk about the oracle cards. So I'm going to go through the details of them now. So let's start with number 1, abundance. Use your existing abundance to create beautiful things in your life, and you will be rewarded in more ways than you can imagine. Are you living an abundant life? If so, how do you measure abundance? You have drawn this card today because your angels and guides would like to remind you that abundance is so much more than how much cash you have. Financial abundance, which is often the cause of immense stress for individuals and couples, is only a small part of the overall picture. True abundance encompasses every area of your life. Good health is a major source of abundance. So looking after your health rather than seeking treatment once you are ill must be a priority. Close friendships are also vital to an abundant life. One supportive and loving friend who you can talk to about anything is worth 1,000 acquaintances. A positive attitude and the ability to learn and grow through life are a part of an abundant way of being. Because more than anything else, abundance is a state of mind and ultimately a choice. Loving and being loved will definitely make you feel more abundant. If you're longing to meet your soulmate, it's your willingness to appreciate, acknowledge, and accept yourself that allows you to feel more abundant and will help you manifest a partner. In a relationship, your abundance of health, friendships, and mindset will bring joy to your partnership as well as more love. Naturally, you are right to create a healthy level of material abundance too. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable, so long as you keep your pursuit of material in perspective. Consider whether you want to discuss your salary and bank balance on a first date, or whether you would rather talk about the wonderful hobbies, friends, and attitudes that make your life rich. Do you want your relationship to focus primarily on money or property, or would you like the focus to be on fun, intimacy, and mutual support? Two of Cups energy. Remember, to be abundant in the full sense of the word means to be fascinating, lovable, creative, and resourceful. So yes, Sagittarius, I feel like this is basically mirroring what we've been discussing, getting to know someone, acknowledging them. If you want to be loved, you have to be loving, not so harsh, King of Swords, not so critical. Yes, you still must have discernment, but there's a balance to it, give and take. And obviously, what do you want out of this relationship? Is this something that is purely based on financial gains? Are you looking at people through maybe a superficial lens that, do they have a decent job? Do they have this much money? Do they have property? Obviously, some of these things are important, but it shouldn't be the be or end all. Perhaps you're should be looking more for someone who has good intentions. What are their morals like? Like, this is what I said to Leo. I think this is relevant to you. You want someone who's going to support you in your times of need. And you need to get to know that person. You can't just look at their outfit, look at their suit, look at the jewelry they wear and think, they're a good person, they're a good fit. That doesn't really tell you anything about their character, does it, Sagittarius? So let's look at number 6 for connection. Connection. For a relationship to thrive, both parties need to feel appreciated and understood. It's one thing to have a partner or spouse, but it's quite another to have a true connection and excellent communication with that person. As human beings, we frequently believe that we have communicated something clearly and that the other person understands what we mean. All too often, though, we find that this is not the case. For a relationship to thrive and for both parties to feel appreciated and understood, a deep sense of connectedness and non-judgmental communication is essential. The skills of conveying your feelings clearly and lovingly take a lifetime of practice and refinement. Sadly, most of us are not taught the act of active listening in school, so we often regard listening as merely remaining silent until it's our turn to speak. You have drawn this card today because your heart yearns for fulfilling connection with another human being and meaningful communication in which beautiful truths are revealed, honored, and shared. If you are manifesting a new relationship, be sure to spend some time considering how you will connect and communicate with the person coming into your life this time around. In an existing relationship, consider the areas in which you withhold your sharing and merely listen tolerantly until you have your say. In both cases, you consider that you may do to facilitate greater connection with the other. What you may do to facilitate greater connection with the other. Take a genuine interest in what they say and do. Ask questions and don't just assume you understand. Then acknowledge what you have heard with a simple compliment or expression of gratitude. Be prepared to speak about yourself, your life, beliefs, dreams, and feelings in meaningful depth. What do you believe in? What do you stand for? What are you passionate about? What gift would you like to share with the world? When you are prepared to reveal your truth to another, your connection will deepen and become so much more fulfilling. So yes, this is exactly what I've been talking about with you, Sagittarius. You've got to ask questions, get to know someone on a deeper soul level. And you've got to be open as well to this. And this is not an easy thing to do. I'm not saying it like flippantly, like just do this. This is something that is constantly you're going to have to learn, refine, adapt, because, people do change, how they communicate, things they've gone through. There's always going to be a new approach. If something happens in someone's life, they may not be forthcoming to talk about it. And until they've done a level of healing, you're going to have to be understanding, gentle, give this person grace. Don't become frustrated, annoyed. Oh, they're not sharing. Why aren't they sharing? I want them to share. Think about it for yourself, You may not find it easy to be open about every element of your life. So why would you think someone else should do that for you? Have more understanding of what someone else is experiencing and going through or has gone through. And obviously take your time. This is not a process that you can rush. You must persevere, take your time, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. So let's look at higher power. Conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. I'm going to look at the relationship message. It's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power. Called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. So yes, Spirit, I was going to call you Spirit, Sagittarius. So yes, Sagittarius, I think this is true. I think this connection that is developing with you and another person will help you evolve for the better, for your highest good. I think this is going to be a great learning experience for you, to learn to get to know someone in more detail, be a more active listener. Know when to share and know when to let someone else stand in the spotlight and have their turn. Get to know someone slowly, not rushing. Open up to each other, being free with each other, being comfortable, being your authentic selves to each other and not putting on a mask as so to be picked. So I think this is going to be a great experience for you, Sagittarius. All goes well. Divine masculine's going to come in, or this person may reveal themselves to be your divine masculine, and take it how it resonates, Divine masculine doesn't mean a man. We both have feminine and masculine energy within both of us. It's just what resonates more for you in this reading. So I believe that's the reading for you, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got valuable knowledge from it. Let me know in the comments how you think about this reading, and I'll see you next time.